What's happening, people? So, I'm here today to talk about my last emergency plumbing job. So, going to any job, an emergency, I just got to state now, an emergency job is to make safe, isn't it? So, it's not always to make the repair, but it's to make safe. But we like to do one extra because when you're working for your own business, yeah, you've got to show up a little bit more than anybody else for people to come and do repeat business with you. That's just a fact, right? So I've had this previous customer before, previously went to their property before, previously done a few bits of work there, right? So they watched some of my videos actually, and they actually found out where the main stopcock is for their property. I think I showed them one time. So I said, if you do ever have any problems, just turn this valve off, right? So they was able to go to that valve, which they had a leak on their toilet, which was on a inlet. It was on the nut as you first go into the, anyway, it was on an inlet nut basically. So I said, all right, cool. I had a whole brand new inlet on me, and I changed it. But the good thing about it was the customer was able to send me a photo of where the leak was coming from. So just being able to identify something, an area or something like that, saved so much time when it comes to myself and when it came to the whole process of doing the job, innit? Because I obviously knew where I was looking for. And on top of that, I actually had the part on me. So it made it quite effortlessly. Just drain down a little bit of water, what's in the rest of the bowl, the tank at the top, the system, sorry. And then I'm able to just swap it out and change it up and put the new one in and test it and then get going. So I was in and out within like, I think it was 30 minutes. So that for me was really good as a call out, you know. Again, this is not about trying to intrude on people's time or try to run up the bill to be able to make it cost more money than what it is. The call out is the call out. The price is the price. But the service, what you're going to get, needs to be impeccable, even from my side of you, because I know that as an engineer, because your last job could really be your really last job, innit? So you really want to have a good impact on people. I previously went to a job before that, which was quite far for me, but you know what? The lady had circumstances which were, they made me feel away, innit? She told me that she had a disabled son, so I said, look, all right, I'll come out and I'll do the toilet today, blah, 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 blah. It's going to take me an hour, but I'll get out and do it to you. It's just because I felt like, you know what? If I was in that situation and I asked somebody else, I would like someone else to come out and help me. That's it. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I got a heart as well. Even though people are paying you, you know, you look at your own circumstances. Could you do with a chill out tonight? Probably yes. Could you deal with not driving so far? Definitely. But has the person asked you? Yeah, they have. Are you doing anything? If you're not, you know what I mean? It might be something you'll learn. But when I got there, it was quite simple because the lady had bought all the parts already, which I don't really like all the time when people go and buy parts, especially when you're calling me out like that, because if the parts are not what you need or they're the wrong parts, what are we going to do? Because I didn't carry any more parts. And this is the thing I like to do before I go anywhere. I wouldn't like to do that on most emergencies, but that was like a one-off. But again, I was able to come up triumph on that one because I got that job done as quick as I could and made sure I tested it was working. Boom, happy. Just got to get a review from both of those two people because the review will speak echoes as well as me making this video right now, obviously, innit? But what I'm saying to people is that when you're going to call outs and all that, as an engineer at any point, just try and be efficient as you can, you know. I spend a certain amount of time trying to work out the problem, certain amount of time trying to fix it, and a certain amount of time trying to either explain where we can get another one from or getting another one in. Make it easy, make it smooth, seamlessly, you know what I mean? I always give myself enough time to give someone a summary before I go, because as well as you sending someone a bill, a summary is very good because it's a sequel of events which happened when you was at the job, what you found, how you can rectify it, and why it might have went wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just keep it quite simple for the customer so they can understand it, because again, we're in their properties, and more time as tradespeople like I am, they're looking for you to be the last stop in it. So I'm trying to be the last stop and being the person who knows what I'm talking about, but I can also help at the same time. So this is the point of making this video, isn't it? I think sometimes at the beginning, some people kind of flaff out when it comes to doing call outs and stuff like that, because it is a bit nerve wracking sometimes. You might be in a brand new property, people who you've never met before. They might be a little bit panicky, which might make you a bit panicky, but just do the woosah, you know. That's the woosah before you get in, and just think about things how they should be done, instead of thinking about things in a panicky mode, which is, this is serves here, that goes to this, I'll trace this back, I'll find my line, then I'll work out where the problem is. Again, being professional, yeah, is just a way of understanding how to do things, what you've got to do for yourself. You know, it's not about being like some cool, calm guy and, oh yeah, just chill out, I'll do it in a second. No. Work it out. Be focused on the job when you're on the job. Take note. Make sure that you take some pictures. Make sure that you take some videos if you have to reference back to what you're talking about when you're talking to the people. It makes perfect sense. I've done that time and time again, and people have seen what I'm talking about. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, where's that? That's just there. Oh. Yeah, that's there as well. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Again, you're enlightening people. It makes sense with your stories. Well, you're not giving them stories, but you're making them a sequel of events of what happens. And that way it's easier to tell a story. I've always found that for myself. So I wanted to share that with people. And don't worry about being stressed out when you get to jobs and all that. It happens, innit? It happens to the best of people. You know, you could be not feeling yourself and start to feel a bit stressed out. It's happened, innit? I've got to places and thought, oh, this is much, because these people they're on you. Oh, do you know what it is? Standing over your shoulder, doing all that. Could you give me a little bit of space so I could have a little look, please? And then I'll update you in a minute. But I need to have a look and assess what is going on. Be careful about the words, what you say. You know, if you say like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I thought you knew. I thought you was let me assess what's going on and then get back to you. Remember the words, what you use, because those will play a key part in someone saying, I didn't think you knew what you was talking about. Because it's happened before. So it'll happen to everybody. You come across somebody and they'll say, I didn't think you knew what you was talking about. Okay. Again, don't get into a cussing mode with people, innit? You're here to make money, innit? You're not here to care about the things what someone says. You're here to care about the things what you do as a service. As most people probably watching this who are a plumber or something like that, you're a service-based business. That's what that is there. So again, take that in here, and don't take it super personal when someone tells you that. Do you know what you're talking about, or do you know what you're doing? Because again, we're just living in a non-judgmental place, innit? Don't judge them. They might be stressed out. You might let the situation get to you a little bit, but cool and calm and collective. Get your thoughts together, process it, and execute the job as you would do any other job. There's no difference in the jobs. Just understand, any emergency is meant to make safe, innit? All you're meant to do is make safe. If you can make the repair, a prendo, excellent, good stuff. But this is one of those episodes where I wanted to come and talk to people just about what it's like facing that call out or your last call out. You're as good as your last call out, so always make them as good as your day jobs. Don't slack with those, because people are relying on you, innit, as that call out person, if that's what you're doing at a particular time. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because this is my YouTube channel and we're trying to grow a community of conversation and interesting conversation and things which I know goes through people's head as a plumber. I'm a plumber. My name is Mr. London Plumber. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next upload.